Hi everyone. I just wanted to make a targeted video right now. This is for Trisha Paytas. I'm sorry if I didn't say your last name right, but I just wanted to speak out amongst the fact that, and I may be guilty of this because I kind of attacked one of the subscribers in the comments when I was in really bad space, and I'm really sorry, Cynthia. But anyways, I just wanted to say that I really, really understand where Trisha is coming from, especially with a long line of substance abuse, especially with the pharmaceutical company. It is a very deceitful and disgusting government tactic to completely corrupt society and youth. And I'm going to quote Kurt Cobain right now, even though he's a complete and utter counterproductive example, but the duty of youth is to challenge corruption. And it's hard to challenge it when the government completely fucking took over. And I mean, I don't believe that she deserves all of this hate for being, who she is. I mean, gosh, it hurts, especially of being over emotional. I mean, she's crying in every other video, you guys. Like, it's not fair. Like, I don't understand why you guys just can't be civil. I mean, I get hate all the time, and I've noticed that when you're hated, it not, when people are like, oh, haters are my motivators. No, when you are over emotional, there are times you can handle it, and then there are times where it is coming at such a bad time that you can't even understand, where you lie on the spectrum. Like, do I care? Do I not care? Like, am I in the middle? Especially me. I have borderline personality disorder. And I don't know, Trisha has explained that she has many, diagnosed mental illnesses that also can contribute to these confusions, I guess. But I mean, it is hard because one moment you're completely fine, and then the other moment you can't stop to think about, basically dying. And it sucks because you're never just one thing. You're either super sad, super anxious, and those times in the middle, you just wish you could freeze because it's like, wow, I know that something is going to trigger my automatic emotional thought, and I'm gonna not be okay again. It's scary stuff. And, for me personally, I am extremely guilty for protruding my pain onto other people, like Trisha was saying in her newest video, which is called Explaining My Twitter Rant About Sean. And honestly, I take out my anger on my boyfriend a lot too. I mean, he didn't really help with what I was going through in the beginning, but he is now. And it's kind of it still reiterates the confusion of do people love me, or do they are they out to get me? It's about this paranoia thing too. It's oh my gosh, I can't explain to you guys enough how much it hurts to see Trisha like this, because she has come so far in in her channel, and it's just it's the farther you get, the more people try and take your glory away from you. And that's why I really make it a big thing and a big exclamation that with fame comes sort of more corruption. Not in the sense that it's oh, if you're famous, you're gonna die like everyone in Club 27. No, those people chose to destroy themselves willingly, and they chose to take that money and use it on things that didn't benefit them, no matter how much support they had. Because every person in that club had one thing in common, and it was that they had all the support in the entire freaking universe, and everyone loved them, but they didn't see it, because as much as people loved them, they saw that there was a slight increase in the people who hated them. And people are always going to hate you. I've noticed that people are always going to hate the truth because they've been, desensitized out of reality because of society and their disgusting tactics to brainwash you. And apparently it's okay to, not only disgustingly sexualize normal terms and all of that, but, I've been through a lot too. Like, I had a really bad experience happen to me last year that I'm still trying to get over. I've accepted it finally, but that doesn't mean I got over it completely. And I mean, there's been a lot of trauma in my life, but I'm still pushing through. And I feel like, Trisha, like, you are probably one of the strongest women I've ever seen on YouTube because you spoke out. Like, do you know how much it takes for somebody to talk about their addictions? And to just, like, completely, like, publicize the pharmaceutical company's way, or even if you're buying it on the street, blah, 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 doesn't matter. Like, can you imagine, like, how many people must not even talk about it because they're so scared, or they think it's okay because it's a pharmaceutical, they're not buying it on the street. Like, you spoke out about it. That is probably one of the best things I've ever seen in my entire being on, like, the internet, because people are shamed for being weak, and it's not fair because temptation is real, especially in a society like this, and we all fall. I mean, gosh, like, I have to go away soon, and it's like, I'm still sitting here like, why am I doing this? Like, I don't want to, but, like, I know I have to because I will stay stuck. And it takes a lot of self-awareness to know what your weak spots are and what you can and can't handle. I'm lucky. I'm blacklisted from a lot of medications because I have a very amazing family doctor. I'm very thankful to be in Canada because of there are still some doctors who are really dumb, but nobody's perfect. But I was blessed to have a doctor who actually cares about me a lot. So I think that you may not be so lucky, but I hope that it gets a lot better for you, because the only thing I can really offer to you at this point, or give you some advice on, I know I'm only 19, I'm like a freaking little baby compared to you, but I mean, you are still so, like, young. You have a very young spirit, and I mean, I didn't even think you were that old until in one of your videos you're like, oh yeah, like, I'm this age. I'm like, oh my gosh, are you serious? Like, I thought you were, like, not too much older, a little bit older than me. So the fact that you still have a young spirit is amazing. And I don't know if you're religious or not, but I mean, in the Bible it even says, like, those who are young in spirit will own the kingdom of heaven. Like, those who have a heart that's innocent will inherit the kingdom of heaven. And no matter how much you do in the flesh, like, God knows your heart. God knows what you really want in life. And I mean, I honestly believe that you are such a beautiful hearted person, and you just have been dealt really shit hands. I mean, and I understand because I'm on the other side, and I'm like, oh my God, like, I can understand. I can finally find somebody who's still here, because I idolized Kurt Cobain a lot, because, well, not idolized, but, like, I looked for answers in him, but I mean, he killed himself, and it just made me feel so hopeless, because, like, yeah, as much as his music would help me, I would remember that he gave up, and I don't want to be able to look up to people who gave up. I want to look up to people like Trisha, who are still fighting through and still cry and still feel. I don't want to look up to some dead corpse in the ground, like, that's nothingness. Like, that's just complete insanity. You're looking for answers that you're never going to find in that person. They didn't even care to find them, But I mean, I just wanted to send out a really loving message to her and tell her that she's never alone. Like, you're never alone, honestly. You are loved by so many. And your haters aren't shit. Like, they're not shit, because I can tell you they probably haven't been through half of what you have. And don't let people call you, like, let them call you a slut and blah, blah, blah. Like, who cares? Like, they don't know you. They don't know you. They know your outer, facade. It's an illusion. They know your illusion. They don't know your heart. And the only person who knows your heart is the one that, kind of created your being. I mean, I honestly do believe that God made our lives out to be planned before we were on this earth. And I believe that Trisha's probably going to be one of the new prophets, because it takes a lot out of somebody to care so much about others who they, like, especially me. I care about people I barely know. If I see, like, a homeless person, I give them money, and people are like, why do you do that? And I'm like, because I've just been programmed to give more than I receive. And I'm not rich. That's the thing, too. I'm not a very wealthy person. I'm actually on welfare. And I still give out. I'm unable to work at the moment because of my current health state, and just got some things to get settled. But I mean, I still give more. I still always manage. Like, even yesterday, I went to the hospital for an appointment, and I got myself a coffee and my boyfriend, like, a cookie or whatever, and with the leftover change I had, I put it in the, like, those plastic things that are like, donate to this charity, and I put, like, the rest of my money in that thing. And I knew that, like, although it wasn't enough, like, I still get people's silent respect around me, because they see, like, she barely has anything, and she still gives, like, as much as she can. And it sucks, because I can't not care. I've strived so long to not care, and I just couldn't. And I mean, you need to embrace who you are. I mean, it's all you can do. You don't give in to society's pressures and be like, oh, you have to lose weight, or, oh, like, you need to dress more, and cover up more, and stop dressing so provocatively. Like, fuck you. Like, I shouldn't have to walk out the house and be afraid of being assaulted just because I wanted to wear, like, a midriff top when it's, like, 35 fucking degrees. That's not fair. Guys can walk around with their shirts off, and, like, girls can't walk around in midriffs without being called a whore. Like, fuck you. No. Just, like, fuck society. I can't even handle that. Like, Trisha, you're amazing, and all of your haters are just some underlying sinners, man, of hate. And you're an amazing person, and they are just so mad at that. You have a good heart, and their heart is barely visible because they've given in so far. But I mean, there's still hope for all those people. I'm never going to shun people, because there's a reason why they hate, and they have a feeling that they need to do this to others. Like, they obviously were given injustice at some point in their life. They were obviously given, and that's why I pray for my enemies. I love my enemies more than I love my friends, because they need that love more than my friends do. My friends know that I love them. My family knows that I love them. But my enemies need more prayer, because they're on a really bad path, and they need more of that. So I just wanted to say that, if you, like, especially, like, this is just for Trisha, I mean, I wanted to speak about her, but even if there's anyone else out there who sees this message, I want you to know, whether you were the bully or the bullied, stop giving in to society's bullcrap, and stop listening to Nirvana if you're depressed.